after going through the ordeals of having her child kidnapped and being attacked by a mysterious person. The female protagonist unexpectedly receives help from a mysterious woman and learns that her child is the chosen one. This completely overturns her worldview. As for the male protagonist, although he has been trying hard to find the child, he remains skeptical about the female protagonist's special abilities and argues with her at critical moments. This contradictory relationship makes people worry about their future. Will they be able to overcome these contradictions, find the child, and live happily together? Chapter 43, Empty Emily's Shore. Got to Go by Girl Moves by Han Emily. I set my phone down with a frown, my thoughts swirling. Motherhood is proving to be more challenging than I ever anticipated. The constant demands leave little room for socializing or self-care. A whinge of resentment flares as I think about Cole, who seems to maintain his social life with ease while untethered to our home. Just as I'm about to sink deeper into my melancholy, 𝐊𝐢𝐳𝐵's cries pierce the air. I push myself up, leaving my brooding thoughts behind as I attend to my daughter's needs. "Coming, sweetie," I murmur, still marveling at how quickly Ivy adapted to this new role. The words motherly duties flit through my mind, and I can't help but chuckle at how foreign they once seemed. As I tend to 𝐊𝐢, I remind myself that this phase is temporary. Soon enough, I'll find a balance between motherhood and maintaining my friendships. For now, I focus on the tiny, precious life in my arms, knowing that despite the challenges, I wouldn't trade this for anything. 30 minutes later, I sit down on our couch with 𝐊𝐢 sleeping in my arms. I look down at her and rock side to side, ensuring she falls into a deep sleep. It may last 3 hours. 3 hours to myself. Sounds like heaven. I lay against the arm of the couch with 𝐊𝐢 and turn on the TV quietly. Everyone is out right now. Thankfully, 𝐊𝐢 can sleep in peace. I rest my head against the back of the couch and get comfy, when a knock echoes through the house. I groan and stand up, setting 𝐊𝐢 in her swing before walking to the door. I fling it open, but am surprised when seeing him outside holding a tote bag that looks filled to the brim. I raise an eyebrow, but smile nonetheless when seeing the familiar waves upon waves of red hair. "Yes, my dear Emily," I ask and stand aside. She walks in and takes off her shoes. "I thought you would want a girl's day in. Now that you're Miss Mommy, you have no free time to get out, so I brought the fun here. Now where is my little niece? I have stuff for her too," she says and walks into the living room, me following. She sets down her things by the couch and walks over to 𝐊𝐢 before picking her up gently out of the swing. I only let certain people touch 𝐊𝐢, consisting of Ashley, Cole, and my mother. I don't care if they touch her. It's not like I have a big circle of friends trying to touch her, of course. It's just that a lot of grab-by people want to touch her while we're out. So I really don't care that Emily just casually picks up 𝐊𝐢. So I was thinking we could start with Clueless, and then move on to superheroes maybe, she suggests as she sits on the couch with 𝐊𝐢 and looks down at the sleeping baby, rocking back and forth like I was moments ago. Works for me. I need my fill of hot guys saving the planet. For hours later, we have finished Clueless and are midway through Captain America. Not to mention halfway through my ice cream bucket. 𝐊𝐢 woke up about an hour and a half ago to be fed, so I quickly fed her while watching the movie and put her upstairs in her crib, while her monitor is down here so I can keep an eye on her. Gosh, Chris Evans is so hot. Emily mumbles under her breath and throws a piece of popcorn she made into her mouth. I nod in agreement. Totally, I say and happily eat my ice cream when my phone pings. I put down my spoon and glance down at it. Some mom you are, leaving your helpless child alone. Unknown. Shivers run down my spine and I shoot up before running up the steps. Emily hot on my trail yelling at me to stop. But all I hear is constant ringing. The smell of blood wafts up my nose and I bust my door open in a fright. I look towards 𝐊𝐢's little bassinet, only to find it empty. Chapter 44, a series of unfortunate events. My knees buckle beneath me as I fall with the tears coming quickly. My chest heaves up and down in panic. Emily falls to my side and rubs my back. I lean into her as the sobs rack my body. "It's okay. It's okay," she says soothingly. I shake my head. No, no. No, no. I mumble under my breath and shut my eyes tightly. We stay like that for a while. Emily holding me as I go into hysterics. My baby girl. She's gone. Thanks to that jerk. Anger fills me up. I stand up and wipe my eyes. Go get Cole," I say weakly. She nods, mind links him, I assume. As I pace around the room. Who would want 𝐊𝐤? Who is unknown? I don't have many enemies. Maybe May or Angel. But Angel has no reason to hate me. And May doesn't know that 𝐊𝐤 is Cole's daughter. But then again, May seemed a little off to me the other day. So I'm not sure. Plus, she made me brownies. I don't know. Maybe there was something in the scent that messed with 𝐊𝐤. Then she got sick a few days later. And now this. But Angel has been crushing on Cole since 2nd grade. And she said Cole told her I was pregnant. Doesn't that imply that he said he was the father? So she might have wanted to get back at me for sleeping with him. When so many times, she's been denied by him. Or she might use 𝐊𝐤 to get Cole. I shake my head. I need to do something other than pace and think of suspects. But I can't shift. I haven't been marked. I'm useless. I sit on my bed and hold my head in my hands. Tears begin to fall again. I failed her. I'm the person she is supposed to trust the most. She depends on me. I failed her. I look to her bassinet. The stupid lamb is still there. She can't sleep without it. She needs it. And they forgot it. I stand up and grab the lamb and clutch it to me. The sobs rack my body yet again. I lost her. The most precious thing in the world. The person I love the most. Is gone. I don't know when I'll find her. Or if I'll find her. This thought makes me cry harder. Never seeing her grow up. Never seeing her first steps. Never hearing her first words. Missing everything. She must be so scared. She hates when strangers hold her. When Emily first held her, she wouldn't stop crying till I held her. Of course, she warmed up to her though. Who didn't warm up to Emily? I feel someone hug me tightly from the side. Based on the sparks. I know it's Cole. The tears fall harder now. I turn to him and bury my head in his chest. I lost her, I say through the tears. He shushes me and rubs my back. Though I know it's difficult for him to be strong based on the tears hitting my head. We'll get her back. Don't worry, he says. I shake my head and continue to cry. Morgan, I need you to be strong. For 𝐊𝐤. She needs you. She needs you to find her. So please, you need to stop crying. You have to be strong. He says kindly. I nod and sniffle, pulling away from him. Thanks. I needed that. I say. He nods. We need to get to the pack house. He says. How long till we find her? I say and wrap my arms around myself as I follow him out. Emily joins us soon. Soon, I hope. I already have my best trackers out there. Before we leave though, we need something with her scent. He says. I nod and look around before picking up her little pink blanket that I use when she falls asleep in my arms. I hand it to him. He shakes his head. You smell more like her. So you need to have it with you to preserve the scent till we get there. He says. I nod and turn to Emily. She gives me a reassuring smile as we exit my house. Everything will work out, Morgan, she says and rubs my shoulder. I turn when I hear pounding footsteps against the pavement when I see Ash. I heard. Are you okay, Morgan? She asks and hugs me tightly. I can tell she's been crying. I hug her back, but pull away soon after. We all get in Cole's small car. He begins speeding off to the pack house. I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay. I respond to her. She nods as we all sit in silence for the rest of the ride. We soon pull up to the large pack house. I've been here few times in my life. We always lived in the house. Not here. We came for the occasional party. Like the Christmas one. But this time the house looks much more subtle. The scents of multiple werewolves invade my nose. We all get out and people bow to Cole as we walk by. And look at me sympathetically before bowing to me as well. Word travels fast between our pack. They all know now that 𝐊𝐤 is Cole's daughter, and that I am Cole's true mate. It feels strange to have them bow to me. We enter the large mansion-like house, and walk into Cole's office. I've never been in here, but it is definitely Cole's office. It matches him perfectly. Black walls with two dark wood ceiling high bookshelves placed on either side of a menacing portrait of the original Alpha. His desk is directly in front of the painting, facing the door. It's dark wood with many things scattered on top of it. 2 leather chairs are placed in front of the desk. No windows, and 1 small leather couch is placed against the wall to my left. We all take a seat. Me in one of the chairs in front of his desk. Emily and Ashley on the leather couch. Cole doesn't take a seat, but stands behind his desk and files through one of the many folders when his door opens. I look over and see 𝐵𝐸𝐸. He is the Delta's, or third in command son. As I said before, my father was the Beta, but when he died, the Delta took over, and then this generation. The Delta's son will take over, and I could co-direct, but I'm already stretched to the max. Maybe when 𝐊𝐤 is older. Darian smiles sadly at me and then looks to a focused Cole. Cole, he greets. Cole looks up from the papers and raises his eyebrow. Yay, Darian, he says impatiently. We think we have a scent trail on the girl, he says. I stand up and Cole walks around the desk just to stand next to me. Where? He says urgently. By the west border. He responds. I smile in relief. We'll get my baby back. Get the best fighters. We will take down the son of a BH. Cole says and begins leaving with Darian. I want to come, I say and catch up to them. Cole turns to me and looks in my eyes. No, Morgan, you need to stay here, he orders. I shake my head. No, she is my daughter too. I want to help. I respond angrily. Morgan, you can't shift. It would be dangerous for you, he says and leaves without another word. I groan in annoyance and anger before returning to the office to find a relived Ashley and Emily. We'll find her, I'll find her, and we can put this behind us, Ashley says happily and gets up from the couch before hugging me tightly. I laugh and nod. Yeah, she will be back at home with me, I say with relief. We pull apart and we both see each other's tears of joy. We laugh and sink as Emily comes up and we all do a group hug. I'm hungry, Ashley says and pulls away, ruining the moment. We all nod in agreement and set out on the journey to find the kitchen. I eventually find the kitchen. And Jenny, she stands up from the island seat and hugs me tightly. Are you okay, Morgan? She asks me. I nod and hug her back. Even though Jenny and I may not know each other very well, but we still get along. And I can see us being friends. I'm good. They're getting her now, I say as she pulls away and nods. Yeah, I heard. I just hope we can catch this jerk, she says and sits down as Emily starts noodles for us. Me too. I hope they punish them like they deserve, I say and sit next to her. Have any idea who it may be? Emily asks and rests her hands on the island. I shake my head. I have no clue. I don't know why someone would want to kidnap a baby, I say and stare off into space. Maybe Angel, Ash suggests after sitting next to me. I shake my head. She may not like me, but she doesn't have the guts. 𝐊𝐤 is Cole's daughter, I say and rest my head in the palm of my hand. So all we do is wait around till they get back, I ask. Jenny nods. You get used to it, she answers and shrugs. I sigh and tap my fingers against the counter. This will be a long couple hours. 2 hours later, they turn on yet another episode of a comedy show in an attempt to cheer me up. But it doesn't work. All I can think about is Cole and 𝐊𝐤. Using my advanced hearing, I strain my ears for something. Anything. I hear many pounding footsteps, their paws, and snarls of anger. Cole's scent invades my nose and I shoot up, as well as the others, and rush to the door. The sounds of bones breaking echoes through the house and we all rush outside. Everyone is half dressed. I look around until finally spotting Cole with a grim expression in his eyes. I look at him confused as we walk towards each other. "Where's Leah?" I ask quietly, not knowing if I want to know. He looks at me with a broken expression. "Cole, tell me where she is," I demand. He looks down. I yank his face up and force him to look at me. "Please, tell me she is okay," I plead in a broken voice. He shakes his head. "It was a false trail. We have no clue where she is," he admits in a sad tone. I step away and begin hyperventilating. "Morgan," he asks worriedly and tries approaching me. I hold my hand out for him to stop as a horrible pain washes over me. Sounds of bones cracking fills my ears. Who's shifting? I look around to find everyone staring at me. Why? Cole looks at me with a worried and shocked expression. I cry out in pain as the pain washes over me again. "What is going on?" I shout in pain. "Oh my God," Emily says under her breath. I howl in pain again as the pain continues. "Tell me." I yell at them and fall to the ground. Cole rushes to me and strokes my head soothingly. "What's going on?" I ask him weakly before yelling in pain as it feels like another bone breaks. "I don't know," he says with worry. I shake my head and grit my teeth as another wave of pain washes over me. I finally close my eyes in pain. I open my eyes. I am higher than I was before. I still rest on the ground though. I look to Cole and see his eyes widen. I attempt to ask what's wrong, but it comes out as a bark. I furrow my eyebrows and look down to see two huge, black paws. I shoot up from my position and stumble. Cole stands up and walks up to me. I whimper and lay on the ground as he kneels in front of me. "It's okay, Morgan. It's okay," he says and scratches my neck. I shake my head and rest my head on the ground. "What the hell?" he mumbles under breath, referring to why I can shift. Trust me, I'm wondering the same thing. Where is Leah? Why can I shift? Is Leah okay? And then I realized, where is May? Chapter 45, Bloody Battle. I rub my tired eyes and continue to look through the paperwork. Cole is out doing whatever, and I'm looking through everything on May. Everyone is suspecting it's her who took Leah. It's been a few hours since I shifted, and I'm still shaken up. Everyone think it's some amazing power, but I think it's just my mothering instinct acting up and that because my child's in danger, I shifted to protect her. Not some miracle. Far from it. I skim through it and begin shutting the folder. When something catches my eye, I open it up fully and look at it. Related to Maya Holbrook's cousin. My eyes widen and I grab the folder before attempting to find Cole. I follow my senses, which led me to the training room where I find Cole punching bag. "Cole," I yell. He stops and looks at me. "Yeah," he asks out of breath as I stop in front of him. "My friend Maya is related to May. I can ask Maya about her and her whereabouts," I say happily. He smiles slightly at me and nods. "Sure, but I'm coming with," he says and grabs a towel from the table before dabbing his sweating forehead. "Maya might not say everything that way though. She doesn't trust you," I argue. He shrugs and shakes his head. "Too bad, because she will tell me everything," he says and walks away, leaving no room for discussion. I sigh and shake my head. I know he is trying to help and protect me, but all I need is answers. Answers that will lead me to my baby girl. I sigh again and rub the rebel tears that fell down my cheeks away, and exit the training room before getting an idea. I need to get stronger and faster. I need to train. I go up the steps and into the guest room where I'm staying until we find Leah, and go through the clothes I brought, and some my friends packed for me. I grab some black Nike workout leggings, a black Nike sports bra, and a gray tank top. I lace up my sneakers and throw my hair in a ponytail before jogging down to the workout room. I grab some protective gloves and get in front of the punching bag. I know a few moves. I begin punching the bag and kicking it, pretending it's the faceless person who took Leah. I kick and punch hard till my knuckles are bruised and my muscles are burning and begging for a break. I have to push through though. I stop with the punching bag and exit the training room, before entering the kitchen and grabbing a water bottle and filling it up. I exit the room and head outside. I head to the backyard, which is surrounded by trees, and begin jogging along the pathway that leads through the woods. I jog around the sticks and dodge the tree branches. The woods soothe my nerves slightly and calm me down. I take in a deep breath of fresh air as I stop to take a break after a while. My muscles burn even more. I sit on a fallen log and take a gulp of water before standing back up and doing some stretching. I resume my run for a bit before I hear a noise. I turn around and prepare myself. The sound comes closer and my heart rate accelerates. I hold my breath as the creature reveals its face. It's a bunny. A freaking bunny. I let out a relieved breath before turning. This moment deteriorated quickly. I take in a quick breath and stumble backwards, away from the incredibly large and scary wolf that looks like it wants me for lunch. I turn and run, but fall over the stupid log. The aggravated wolf comes up and snaps at me. I roll slightly to the side as it attempts to attack my face, dodging the bite. I get up. The only way I can survive is I shift, but I do not know how. I heard somewhere you have to picture yourself shifting, the bones cracking and changing. So I shut my eyes tightly and in a moment, pain overcomes me and I am standing on for pause. The wolf looks taken aback, so I take that as an opportunity to attack. I jump at the creature, but they dodge and sink their teeth into my neck. I howl in pain, but flip us over harshly so they're below me. I rip away from the wolf, causing more pain, and stand up before bolting. I have no clue what to do, so I run. The wolf is hot on my heels when they jump me and sink their teeth in my shoulder blade. I whimper and struggle underneath them and attempt getting free, but fail, and they move on to biting my stomach. I howl again and use my front paws to get up slowly before turning my head, ignoring the pain, and bite the wolf's neck. They shift their attention to me and release my stomach. We stand across from each other and circle one another in a standoff. If one oohs, the other moves. Eventually, the wolf leaps at me and we begin a bloody battle. He pins me to the ground and is about to sink his teeth into me when he is harshly pulled off. I sink into the leaves in pain as I listen to the bites, snaps, and howls of pain. By the time it's over, my blood is draining at a rapid pace. I hear heavy paws approach me before they pick me up and rest me on their back, I assume, before blackness begins consuming me. The wolf shakes me, preventing the welcoming and warm darkness. They bark at me as we approach the pack house. Everyone stares at us as we back by. Who is carrying me right now again? We enter the house and I feel the person shift, and a muscled chest replaces the back I was resting on. Cole's familiar and sweet scent fills my nose. I would smile, but I'm too tired. Morgan, please stay awake, he says to me. I forgot I was in my wolf form for a minute, until my pesky tail hits my paw. Can you shift? He asks me. I try shifting, and soon enough, my tail stops hitting, and my dark hair falls in my face. My breath becomes ragged. Wow there, calm down, we're almost to the doctor's, he says. I grit my teeth and nod. Just hang on, he says as he kicks open the hospital doors and rushes me to a room. Health, oh my gosh, what happened to her? A feminine voice says as I'm laid on a hospital bed. She was attacked by a rogue. Cole responds urgently as I open my eyes. I groan and raise a very shaky hand to cover the light. Oh honey, you okay? The lady says to me. She has a country accent. How did I not notice that? I groan again and shake my head, but stop as soon as I start because it hurts too much. It hurts. I squeak. She nods and looks at me with a small smile as dirty blonde locks fall from her bun. I know, babe. Well, fix you up, she says. I lay my head against the pillow as beads of sweat roll down my forehead. It's so hot in here. Bunny, you need to relax, she says as Cole rubs my arm from his position on the chair beside me. I try and focus on Cole's touch as she pokes and prods at the wounds. Okay, dear. All stitched up, she says. I smile and try to sit up, but a pain erupts through my body and I cry in pain as black spots invade my vision. I hear multiple people call my name, frantic and worried, but it hurts too much to respond. Last thing I see is the pair of enchanting chocolate brown eyes before eventually, blackness takes over. Chapter 46. The vision call POV. He approaches us with a look that could kill. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I position Jenny behind me. She clutches onto my arm as a source of comfort. TSK, TSK. TSK, you know better, Cole, he says before grabbing Jenny from behind me. No, I yell and hold my arm out to her. He looks at me furiously. What was that, boy? He says angrily. I narrow my eyes at him. Don't touch her, I say through gritted teeth. He laughs. A laugh that sends shivers up your spine. And what are you gonna do about it? Nothing, because you're weak. You don't deserve to be my grandson, he says and releases Jenny. She runs and stands by the wall as he approaches me. No, I'm not weak, I say. Whatever HES saying. HES doing it to break me down. I will not break. You think you're brave, just like your father. Look where that got him, boy. He snaps. Tears brim my eyes. See you cry. Real men don't cry, he says before bringing the whip down on my bare back. End of flashback. I look at Morgan as her eyes droop. Kaylee, chest closing her eyes. I yell at her. She rushes to grab her tools as I grab Morgan's small hand. Come on, Morgan. Please wake up, I say quietly to her. I doubt she can even hear me. Morgan POV. My eyes open to the sun shining directly on my face. I use my hand to shield my eyes. I sit up and dress my hands on the surface beneath me. Grass tickles my fingertips. I look around. I'm in the woods. But I was in the hospital. Why am I here? Soft breeze shifts my hair in front of my face. I sigh and remove it. I look up yet again. I jump slightly at the new presence. In front of me stands a beautiful woman. Her blonde hair, almost white in fact, sways in the wind. She smiles kindly at me, and her eyes as blue as the sky sparkle. Hello, Morgan, she says in a gentle voice as the sun illuminates her pale skin. I wave slightly, still in shock of how she got here, and how she knows my name high. I say to her. She laughs and shakes her head. Oh dear, don't worry. I won't hurt you. I came to inform you, she says. I nod and furrow my eyebrows. About what? She walks closer to me before sitting down on a log beside me. She smiles at me. Morgan, have you ever heard of the bearer of the chosen one? She asks me. I know dies. The bearer is a woman who is pure. She gives birth to the chosen one and raises the child. But why is this relevant to me? I respond and look at her. Because Morgan, you are the bearer, and 𝐊𝐢 is the chosen one, she says. I shake my head no. It's just a myth that people talk about around the campfire. It's not real, I say to her. She shakes her head. Morgan, I need you to believe me, because people out there want to hurt 𝐊𝐢. They know about her, and you need to protect your child, she responds. I look at the ground beside her. 𝐊𝐢, the chosen one. That can't be true. She's only a baby born into an unfortunate situation. I can barely raise her as it is, but adding this to the mix. But she's only a baby. She can't be the chosen one. I already have enough trouble with her. This will prove it to be impossible. I can't raise the chosen one, I yell. She sighs. Morgan, please. The werewolf kind depends on you until she turns 18. Then it's up to her. On her 18th birthday, kill her. Explain to her what she is. Until then, you must tell her. Don't tell anyone besides Cole. No one can know. Or else, You will be in grave danger, as well as 𝐊𝐤. If you love her, you will do as I have said, she says. I shake my head and begin to protest as I lift my head. But she isn't there. I look around. She isn't anywhere. Hello. Hey, we're not done here. I shout and stand up. Bad idea. Blackness takes over yet again. I shoot up and look around. I'm in the hospital room. I sigh in relief. I feel something in my hand. I look down and see Cole's hand resting in mine. The sparks ignite. I smile slightly, but then I remember the dream. How 𝐊𝐤 is missing. 𝐊𝐤 is the chosen one. It makes sense. Unknown only targets 𝐊𝐤. Not me. They don't threaten me. They threaten my daughter. I lay down and look at Cole. He shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. I remove my hand and shake his shoulder. He groans and lifts his head before opening his eyes. Morning, Sleeping Beauty. I say. He looks around until his eyes land on me, and the drowsiness is wiped from them completely. He hugs me tightly before I pull away and point at him. "Co, you're in trouble," I say to him. He raises his eyebrows. "Why is that?" he asks me. I roll my eyes. "Because you have to go start looking for 𝐊𝐤. Now go, 𝐿𝐻. Now go. You need to find her," I order. But he starts. But I cut him off. But nothing. "Go find our daughter." He sighs and gets up as I cross my arms. He walks across the room and stops at door with his hand on the knob. "Bye," I say and wave. He turns and leaves the room as the nurse from earlier enters. She smiles slightly at Cole before turning to me. She smiles even brighter. "Hey Morgan, you're finally up," she says excitedly in her country accent. I nod as she approaches me and observes my wounds. "You healed miraculously fast. What's your secret?" She jokes towards the end. I laugh and throw my hands up. "I don't know. I'm magic," I say in response. We both start laughing. "Okay. Well, everything looks good. You have some people waiting for you. Want me to let them in?" she asks. I nod before she leaves the room and sets out to get them. I smile at the group as my family enters the room. "Hey," I say happily. They all smile and rush to me, hugging the daylights out of me. Well, don't break the stitches," I joke. They all laugh and pull away. "Sorry, babe. We were just worried about you," Mom says happily. I nod and turn to my Aunt Mel. She's been on a business trip for a few weeks. "I missed you, Aunt Melanie," I say and hug her once more. She laughs and pats my back. "Same here, Morgan," she says in her British accent. We both pull away. "How's the search going?" Emily asks. I sigh sadly and look down. "It's going, but they have no leads," I respond. Uncle Jack rubs my back. "I'm sorry you had to deal with this, sweetheart," he says kindly. I shrug and wipe away my tears. "It's fine. All I need to worry about right now is getting out of the hospital and finding her," I say to them all. They all nod and say kind words. But I don't need kind words. I need 𝐊𝐤. And I will find her. Chapter 47, 𝐊𝐤 a few hours later. I whittle with my thumbs as the nurse from earlier, which I learned her name is Kaylee, types on her keyboard before a paper prints. She turns away from the computer and grabs the paper. She examines and turns to me, still looking at the paper. "Okay, so everything seems to be going good. You're healing nicely. So I suppose I could release you, but you have to take it easy for a bit. Nothing too bad," she says after looking up at me. I nod. Okay, but for how long?" I ask nervously. She sighs. "Listen, Morgan, I know you're going through a rough time, but you need to take it easy. It's not good for you or 𝐊𝐤, so you need to relax. Let Cole handle this. He knows what 𝐊𝐲's doing," she explains. I nod sadly. "I just hope we find her soon. I miss her so much." I say more to myself than Kaylee. My lip quivers. "I know, baby," she says in her thick accent. She picks up a pill bottle and hands it to me. twice a day, one in the morning, one at night. It helps the pain and quickens the healing process, she explains. I nod and stand up before hugging her. Thanks, 𝐾𝐤, for everything. I pull away and smile at her before exiting the room. I changed out of that sickening hospital gown earlier. It was covered in blood. It disgusted me, so I asked Ashley to bring me some yoga pants and my black pullover, which she gladly did. I walk into the waiting room to be greeted by my mom, Ashley, and Emily. Logan left to go to his friend's house like 20 minutes ago, ready to head out. I ask them. They all nod. My mother wipes her hands on her slacks, like she often does when nervous. Mom, what's wrong? I question. She smiles forcefully and shakes her head. Nothing, babe. Just hoping 𝐊𝐤 comes home soon, she says simply. I nod my head suspiciously. Just not telling me something. Okay. Well, I'm heading over to Cole's office to see how everything is coming along, so I'll see you guys later, I say and wave to them. They all nod and leave me as I walk down the hall to Cole's office. I push open the dark door, and the overwhelming smell of Cole invades my nose. I spot Cole sitting in his large black chair, tugging frustrated lie at his brown locks while examining a paper. Darian sits, sorting through different files on the leather seat opposite him. They both hear me close the door and look up. Cole visibly relaxes. I smile slightly. Hey guys. I greet quietly and sit down on the chair next to Darian. I pick up a file. Can I help? I ask Cole. He thinks it over for a second before nodding. Yeah, sure. We're trying to gather everything we can on �Mei, he explains. I nod and open the file and begin reading when an idea enters my head. We still going to visit Maya? I ask them. Cole shrugs. If you feel up to it. When can we meet with her? I look up from the paper for a moment and do a mental checklist. Today. Just let me text her, I say and pull out my phone from the sweatshirt pocket before quickly texting Maya. Okay. Message sent. Hopefully she knows something, I say and return my attention to the paper. 2 hours later. Still no response. He asks me. I shake my head. None. It's been like 2 hours. I wonder what's keeping her, I say and glance at the message I sent a little over 2 hours ago. You don't think? Cole trails off. I look up at him and shake my head. Never. She's one of my best friends. And she loves 𝐊𝐤. She could never do this, I respond. He nods and looks back down at the folder. Plus, all signs point to �Mei, I say and put my phone on the desk. Everything. She has a verdict. She is gone. 𝐊𝐤 is gone. It makes sense. Don't try pinning this on my friend because you want to protect that mate of yours, I say, getting angry that he is trying to blame her, when clearly it's �Mei. Don't do that, he says, still looking down. I throw my hands in the air and stand up. Do what? Say the truth, I yell. I glare at him as he shoots up from his seat. No, Morgan. Try and blame me. You do that a lot, you know. And normally I just let it slide. But not this time. Because I have explained everything to you. And apologized. And tried so hard to make us a family. Not many teen mothers get that, he shouts. I falter slightly. I really am a jerk, huh? I open my mouth to explain. But a splitting pain erupts in my head and darkness takes over yet again. The sun shines brightly through the trees. I sit up and see the same beautiful woman from before. What's your name? I ask her and sit up against the log as I look across from me to the lady sitting on a rock with her hair shining in the sun. Allura, she responds. I nod. It means divine counselor. In some language. She jokes. I laugh and nod. That you are Allura. So why am I here again? I ask her. She gets up and walks to me. You want to know where 𝐊𝐤 is? She asks me. I nod vigorously. She bends down in front of me and rests her hands on either side of my head. A picture of a light brown wood cabin resting in the woods flashes through my head. and I feel like I know where it is, but I can't come up with directions. A loud cry echoes from the cabin before the image disappears and Allura takes its place. Go to her. Chapter 48. Like Sirius X, men call POV. She stands there fuming. I probably look about the same. Morgan opens her mouth to protest, but wavers slightly and brings a hand to her head. You 𝐊𝐼𝐬𝐬𝐷. I ask her and approach her. Her eyelids flutter shut and she begins falling. I quickly run to her and catch her so she isn't hurt further. Morgan, I say worriedly. I quickly mind link Kaylee and tell her what has happened before turning attention to Morgan, who doesn't seem hurt at all. At peace, in fact. Morgan, come on. Get up. I whisper to her. She makes no effort to respond when I hear my door open. I look up and see Kaylee rushing in. Why didn't you take her to my office? She shouts angrily before kneeling down in front of her and examining her. Has she been working herself too hard? She asks me. I shake my head while looking at Morgan's face. I don't know. We were going through paperwork and then we started arguing and then she just fainted. I say whilst panicking. Cole, calm down. We need to get her to the hospital stat. She orders. I nod and pick her up before rushing her to the hospital. I lay her on the bed and sit down next to her before running my hands through my tangles of hair as Kaylee begins examining. Is she gonna be okay? I ask through gritted teeth, not looking up. Cole, please be quiet. I'm working on it. Kaylee responds angrily. I shake my head and fight the tears. She can't be hurt. Not because of me. This is all my fault. Everything is my fault. I'm the one who manipulated her. I'm the one who took advantage of her and then rejected her. Then I'm the one that told her to abort Lee, and the one who was so bipolar with her and the one who put her through all this crap. And she still cares about me. Cole, Kaylee says, grabbing my attention. I look up to find her looking at Morgan. I look down and see her stir. Oh, thank God. I say relieved. She is okay. I let out a breath of relief when she opens her eyes, revealing her green irises. She looks around confused. Why am I here? She mumbles under her breath before her eyes land on me. I smile gently at her. Cole, I know where Leah is. She shouts happily. I furrow my eyebrows and shake my head out. I asked her. Her smile falters and she shakes her head whilst looking down. That doesn't matter, but I do know where. We have to hurry. She stutters before lifting her head. I nod and turn to Kaylee. Can we leave? I asked her. She shrugs. Everything seems okay. So go ahead, but no overworking. Now go find your baby, she says with a smile. We nod eagerly before helping Morgan up and rushing out of the room into my office. I round my desk and grab my map. Okay, where is she? I ask her. Yeah, about that. I don't have the address, but I know what the building looks like. She explains. I look up and see her twiddling with her thumbs. What? That makes no sense, Morgan. How do you know what the building looks like? Who told you? I ask her and put away my map. She looks at me. It doesn't matter. Just please trust me. Now we have to go. Please, she asks. I sigh. Fine, but we need help. I order. She shakes her head no. I don't know anyone enough to trust them. Can we please just go? Only the two of us, she asks. Morgan POV, he groans and tugs at his locks. He's gonna damage his scalp that way. Fine. He grumbles before grabbing a bag from under his desk. He walks over to the bookshelves and types something in. What are you? We have to go now, I say and gesture to the door. He ignores me and begins skimming through books before pulling one out. Hello. We need to, whoa, I say, but stop abruptly when the bookshelf opens up to reveal a passageway. Where even was this? I mumble under my breath and follow him into the corridor. We walk down a long hallway with hard dark wooden floors and brown, almost black, walls with a fancy design on each panel. We continue down the dimly lit hallway for a bit before we come to yet another door, this time a sleek tin door. He punches in a code on a panel placed by the door. And soon enough, the click of the door as it unlocked echoes through the hall. He pushes open the heavy door to reveal a room with both tin ceilings, walls, and floors. X-Men much. Not to mention the various types of weapons lining the walls. You guys must really like X-Men. This stuff for reenactments or something. Yeah, sure, this is cool. But we have to go. I say and motion to the door. He flashes me an amused smirk with raised eyebrows and picks up a gun. He places his finger on the trigger and then aims it towards me. My eyes grow wide. Yeah, I mean we have had our ups and downs. But you don't need to kill me. I yell nervously. He laughs and pulls the trigger. I gasp and shut my eyes tightly while holding my breath. Except, it never hits me. I look over my shoulder and see a bullet hole in the tin wall. I let out a breath of relief and turn to see Cole laughing. I was gonna kill you Episcopal, as he says through his laugh fast. I am not short. I defend myself and examine his weapons. Really? How tall are you? Because you are way shorter than me Episcopal, he says with a big, dumb smile. I laugh quietly and shake my head. 50 for thank you very much. I state and pick up a gun. Whoa, watch out there, he says and grabs the gun off of me. Now that he pointed it out, he is way taller than me. I'm only barely to his shoulder. Careful, this is a real weapon. You could really get hurt, he says and then demonstrates how to use it. I pick it up pretty quickly. He nods and steps away before putting a lot of weapons into the duffel bag. And I mean a lot. I've never seen so many guns. I back up slightly and point to the hallway. I'm gonna go back there. I would prefer not to be shot and killed quite yet. I quickly retreat down the hallway without a second glance, and soon enough, I'm in the familiar office space. I look back down the hallway and see Cole with his guns. Looking very happy, may I add. Boys and their guns. I begin pacing. How am I gonna find this place? Am I gonna find it? I groan and begin whirling my hair around my finger. A nervous habit I've inherited from my mother. I get caught up in my thoughts. I don't notice Cole's entrance until he touches my shoulder to gain my attention. I jump slightly and turn my face to see Cole. I smile at him slightly. Ready to go? I ask him. He nods and picks up the duffel bag before we exit the room and walk down the hall to the front door. Gosh. Okay. Ready for this? I ask him. He shrugs. Yeah, but I've also done this more times than not, he says and sets down the duffel bag once we stop at the line between the woods and the lawn. Do you have a death wish? I ask him and go behind a tree to strip of my clothes. Learn it to strip before shifting the hard way. I don't think the pack wants to see me naked yet again. Pretty sure I scared some of the kids. I soon enough am stripped of any clothes and trying to shift. I picture myself changing, my bones shifting. A wave of pain washes over me and my bones crack. I whimper and soon enough, I am taller than my short stature of 54. Even though this is my third time shifting, I still have no clue what my wolf looks like. I exit from behind the tree after picking up my clothes and tying them around my ankle. I walk to the area where Cole is embarking greeting. He does a wolfy grin thing and I snort. We begin running, with him towering above me of course. He is taller in human form, and the alpha blood amounts him to be way taller than me. His black fur rippled in the wind. He is a beautiful wolf. His fur is fully black, giving off the mystery feel. I hope my wolf is half as beautiful as that. We come to a stop at a little pond surrounded by tiny flowers. I walk up to it and take large gulps of water and begin pulling away, and catch a reflection. My reflection. My wolf is black, with some tiny white tips on my coat. I do a wolfish grin and pull away from the water and see Cole looking at me with those chocolate brown eyes that can just suck you in. I walk up to him and use my tail to hit his side. He barks in an amused tone before we begin running in the direction that my brain tells me to go. At this point, I just need to trust myself. We come to an abrupt halt. I hear a twig snap. Cole looks at me. Go behind the tree and stay there. He mind links. I shake my head no. I need to help. I am too stubborn to go down without a fight. Gosh, Morgan. Just listen to me and go behind that tree. He yells through the link. I whimper and cower back before turning and walking to the tree. I don't feel right doing this. He might need me. I peek out from behind the large tree and see two wolves approaching him. He can easily take them. And he does. They are down in a millisecond. I let out a breath of relief and close my eyes before exiting the safety of the tree. I open my eyes but stumble back and fall over, and Cole looks at me confused. He doesn't know there is 6 wolves behind him. I bark at him in warning. He looks around, but it's too late. They have him pinned. He struggles beneath their hold. They bite into his neck. I back up. I have no clue what to do. He yelps in pain. I growl at them, catching their attention. 2 of them begin to advance me. Come get me. Go ahead and try. I pounce on one and bite their neck and then dig my claws in his chest before ripping a part of his throat out, killing him immediately. I turn to the snarling other one and stand up before attacking. I jump on top of him and begin tackling him, dodging his bites. I try and bite his neck, but he catches on and pushes away from me and bites my ear. I whimper but attack his stomach and rip out gag a part of it. I stand up and run to the wolf attacking Cole and pounce on him, hitting him on the ground beside Cole. Cole pleads at me with his eyes, begging me to stop. The wolf below me snarls and tries to snap at me, but I dodge narrow. The wolf paws at me, trying to escape. Their eyes go past me for a second before I am pushed roughly off of the wolf and onto the ground. Cole growls and tries to get up, but ultimately fails due to wounds. He will heal in a few minutes though. The wolf bites my shoulder and I howl in pain. Cole whimpers for me. I kick the wolf off of me and I bite their neck while they are distracted by not falling. They die instantly. I get up and turn to face the wolf that attacked Cole. This will be fun. I growl at him and approach him before pouncing on him and gag again, ripping his head off. Hey, cut me some slack. He attacked Cole. I hear a growl from behind me and turn to come face to face with an extremely large wolf, bigger than me. I snarl at him and I hear leaves shifting. I glance behind me and see Cole coming to stand next to me. Cole is bigger than him. This should be easy. Cole and I growl at him before we both begin attacking. Cole is attacking his front, while I am tackling him from the sides. We take him out pretty quickly. I won't go into detail. I sigh, somewhat, before leaning against Cole. That was exhausting. He whimpers before licking my cheek and nudging me, telling me to go on. I stand up straight and we begin walking in an unknown direction. I stop abruptly when a structure comes into view. The cabin. The cabin. We hear a faint cry come from the building. Leah. My Leah. We found her. Chapter 49, My Baby Girl. I shift and fall to the ground while smiling like an idiot. I grab the clothes from around my ankle and throw them on really quickly before standing up and turning to Cole, who is now fully clothed. He smiles at me before we slowly start creeping to the door. We stop at the front door and we stand on either side. I so badly want to go and stop 𝐊𝐢𝐬𝐬's cries, but I can't. Not yet. I close my eyes. Coming, baby. Cole hands me a gun from the bag and he grabs one himself before slinging the bag across his body and he motions his head to the door. I nod and stand in front of it before kicking the wood down. We enter the house and look around before turning. I hear 𝐊𝐢𝐬𝐬's cries come from the bedroom down the hall. I look to Cole and plead with my eyes. He nods. I sigh in relief and walk down the hallway, gun in hand, and stop at the door. She cries again. That's my breaking point. I need to get to her. I open the door slowly and smile when I see her laying in the crib. I shove the gun in my waistband and walk to the crib. Her little eyes are shut tightly, and her face is red. It's okay, baby. Mama's here, I say and reach for her. But someone wraps their arms around me, and it's not Cole. I scream into the hand covering my mouth and then lick the hand. Their hand flies away from my mouth. and I take the opportunity to turn and punch the person in the nose and kick their feet, knocking them over. I lean down to rip the mask off their face, but they grab my arm and twist it behind my back. I cry out in pain as the person stands and breathes in my ear. 𝐊𝐲 voice whispers. The person behind me is a man. I lift my leg up and kick him where the sun doesn't shine. 𝐊𝐢𝐬𝐧𝐰, he yells as he grips his area. I laugh and attempt to kick him down, but he grabs my foot and pulls me down with him. I yell as he pulls me down and gets on top of me. Cole, Cole, I shout. The man shakes his head. TSK. My men have him surrounded. He won't get to you or your daughter anytime soon. He says to me, "No, don't you dare touch her, or I swear I will kill you." I shout angrily at him. He laughs evil why. "Oh, don't worry, Morgan. I won't touch her. But you see, I will touch you," he says and runs his hands along my body. I squirm. "Stop. Why are you doing this?" I say weakly. He rips his mask off. "Because, baby, I'm your mate," he says and touches my breast. I close my eyes and grit my teeth. "No, you're not," I say and shake my head. "Yes, I am, babe," the guy says and slips his hand down the back of my shirt and travels down to my bra before unclipping it. "No, you're insane," I say as he travels his hand to my front and touches my chest area. A tear escapes my eye. "No, I'm not, baby. Gosh, you are so soft," he says to me. I lean my head on the dusty floor. There's no way out of this. By this point, I'm shaking out of fear. "Get off her," Cole says. I sigh in relief as the guy looks up, but doesn't stop. "Oh, nice to see you." I hear the click of a gun. "Get off of her," Cole says through gritted teeth. The man quirks an eyebrow. "Why does this bother you?" he asks and travels his hand lower. I whimper. "Stop it," he yells. He travels lower than my stomach. "No, Cole, she's my mate," he says and looks at my face. "No, I'm not. You're insane," I yell. He laughs. I hear the sound of a gunshot, and the man hisses in pain as blood emerges from his shoulder. He removes his hand and clutches his shoulder. I hear another gunshot, and it drills into his head and into the back wall. He falls to the ground, dead. I let out a breath of relief and Cole rushes to me. He leans down next to me and places me on his lap. I lay my head on his shoulder and inhale his amazing scent. It soothes me slightly. The tears fall slowly from my eyes as Cole rocks me back and forth and whispers soothing things. I shake my head and sit up straight before wiping my eyes. "We have to get Leah and go. I can't be here much longer," I say and get off him. I pick up my bra and clip it on as he grabs Leah from the crib. "Haley, it's okay now," he says soothingly to her. I fix my shirt and walk over to Cole and Leah. I smile at her and rub her stomach. "It's okay, baby. Mama and Daddy are here. Don't worry," I say to her. He hands me Leah. Relief washes over me to have her in my eyes. I rock her back and forth and she looks at me with happiness in her eyes. Cole puts his hand out. I grab the gun from my waistband and hand it to him. He shoves it in the bag and we exit the disgusting cabin, with me behind Cole. He shifts into his large wolf, and I climb onto him with Leah in my arms. I smile down at her whilst bouncing up and down on Cole's back. We reach the house peacefully. No problems along the way. I hop off of Cole and look up to see Ashley running towards us with a smile on her face. "Oh my gosh, Leah," she shouts happily and reaches for her. I hand Leah over and Ash kisses her face so many times. I laugh. "Okay, Ms. Smotherworth. She needs to eat most likely," I say. She nods and hands her over. "I'm just so happy she's back. Everyone was so worried about this little one," she says and strokes Leah's head. "Yeah, we're happy she's back too." I respond to her when Cole comes back in human form, and fully clothed. "I'm gonna go feed her," I say to him. He nods and I quickly walk back to the house, only to be greeted by a large crowd. eager to see 𝐊𝐤. How am I gonna get out of here? 1 hour later. I am peacefully seated on my bed, feeding 𝐊𝐤. She happily sucks. The guy gave her formula, so she is eager to get my milk. I missed you, baby, I say and rub her belly. She pulls away and hits my chest, like normal. I laugh and switch her to the other one and she latches quickly. I hear a knock on my door. I look up. Who is it? I yell. Cole. He responds. I quickly grab a blanket and drape it over 𝐊𝐤. Okay, come in. I yell back. The door opens and Cole smiles at me as he enters and sits next to me on the bed. Chef's eating so much, I say with a smile. He laughs and nods. She missed it. And you? He agrees. I nod. I missed her too. She pulls away. I quickly latch my bra together and pull down my shirt before removing the blanket. Cole smiles down at her. Hey baby, how was your lunch? He asks her. Her eyes close slowly and soon enough. She's out. I should probably get going. She needs to sleep in her crib, I say and get up from the bed. He follows. I was wondering if maybe, possibly, she could stay with me tonight. He says awkwardly. I look at 𝐊𝐤. I was kinda hoping to just get her adjusted back to normal life, but maybe tomorrow, I suggest. He nods. Oh yeah, definitely. Tomorrow works. You can just stop by any time. He says. I nod and grab some clothes and throw them in my duffel bag. Okay, that works out. You want to grab that shirt over there, I say to him. He nods and hands me the shirt. I shove it in my bag. I walk to the bathroom and grab my toiletries and throw them in my as well. I hum a soft tune to 𝐊𝐤 and rock her back and forth while packing my bag. I finish up and turn to Cole. Okay, well, I will see you tomorrow, I say and give him an awkward side hug. He kisses 𝐊𝐤's head before I exit the room. I wave goodbye to various people and hug many before I actually make it to my car. I need a new car. This one is getting way too small. Not to mention, now that I have 𝐊𝐤, I need one more suitable for a child. I buckle 𝐊𝐤 in her seat before rounding the car and getting in the front seat and turning on the music quietly. Soon enough, I pull it into my driveway and get 𝐊𝐤 out, along with my duffel. I walk up to my front door and shout a greeting once entering the house. I set down my bag and head upstairs to my room so I can lay 𝐊𝐤 down. She probably misses it. I rest her in her bassinet before walking over to my bed and falling on it. I snuggle into my sheets, and for the first time in many days, I fall asleep. Chapter 50, Goodbye Family. Hello summer. I sigh as I let 𝐊𝐤 play with my pointer finger as we lay on my bed. I glance around my room, littered with clothes and 2 suitcases, plus a duffel for 𝐊𝐤's stuff, and a backpack for other items. 𝐊𝐤 begins to whine, regaining my attention. I smile gently at her and nuzzle her nose with mine. I don't know what to do, 𝐊𝐤. What should I do? I ask, knowing she won't give me an answer. She looks at me with curiosity shining in her brown eyes. I say, shake my head. You don't need to worry about that, 𝐊𝐤. I say to her and scoop her into my arms as I get off of my bed. Wanna go get some food for mommy? I ask her in a baby voice as I smile widely at her and bound out of my room and downstairs. I quickly grab a small bag of chips from the cupboard and turn my head when I hear the door open and close. My mom enters with Logan and she smiles at me before crossing the room and kissing 𝐊𝐤's head and my cheek. How am I gonna survive without you guys for 2 months? She asks me sadly. I laugh and give her a side hug. Don't worry, Mom. In 2 months I will be back home, seeing you every day. Plus, we'll Skype all the time. I reassure her before pulling away. She smiles at me and grabs 𝐊𝐤, as Mom occupies 𝐊𝐤. I walk over to Logan, who is sitting on the couch and plop down next to him. So how is it going with that Heather girl? Or whatever her name is? I ask him. He shrugs and looks through channels on TV. Good. She is kin to talking to me, I guess. I dunno. Girls are so confusing. He responds. I dramatically gasp and elbow him in the ribs. I take offense to that, mister. I joke. He laughs and drops his side where I elbowed him. I am so ready to have the house to myself, and not an annoying sister, and a screaming baby. I roll my eyes at him. Oh, you'll miss me, little boy. Your life will be so boring without me. He laughs at me. You wish, Morgan. Now I can sleep in late, and play video games on the TV all the time, and will not have you hogging the snacks, he says. I chuckle and pull him into a bone-crushing hug. Oh, you'll miss me. Say it, or I will squeeze tighter. I threaten. He struggles in my grasp, but I don't budge. Okay. I'll miss you. Just let me go, you crazy psychomaniac. He shouts. I laugh and pull away, but not before messing up his hair, of course. I stand up and give him a gentle hug this time and say to him, I will miss you, Logan. I pull away and skip over to Mom. She shakes her head and dismisses me with the wave of her hand. Go finish packing. I want to spend time with my granddaughter. I got this, Mom says with a reassuring smile. I nod. Thank you, I say to her and run upstairs to finish my packing. I push open the door and jump while clutching my chest. Oh my gosh, Cole. Use the door for once in your life, I say to him and read his angry expression. He is fuming, beyond mad. What is all this? He asks through gritted teeth, and gestures to my bags. I sin awkwardly and bite my lip. Nothing, I respond, dragging out the word. He glares at the bags. Where are you going, Morgan? He asks again. I can tell he is having difficulty not shifting here and now, due to the rapid changes in his eye color. I am going away. For 2 months. Just for the summer. I will be back by September, when school starts. I respond and grab some clothes from my bed and throw them in my bag. I hear him growl, and I flinch. You are not leaving, especially not with Leah. He grabs my bag away from me. I turn around rapidly and glare at him. Yes, I am. It is my decision, and I have full custody of Leah. I can do whatever I want with her. I spit at him. His hands begin to ball into fists. No, you are not leaving, he says lowly. I grab the bag from him angrily. Yes, I am Cole. You can either support me, or this could end up in a huge argument I would prefer to not have, I say to him and shove more clothes in the bag before zipping it tightly. He grows again and grabs the bag. Smart choice, Cole. Can I ask you something? I cautiously say to him. He stuffs some stuff in Leah's bag. Go ahead. Wow, rapid mood change. Why did you do it? Reject me, that is. I question. He sighs and looks at me. You really want to know? I nod to him. He sighs again and looks down. When I met you, you knew how I was. The player. The jerk. The stereotypical future alpha. I didn't want a mate. I wanted to be single. No ties. Nothing. So when you came along, I thought I was screwed. And mind me, I wasn't in my right mind when we slept together. So when I woke up, I knew 𝐊𝐴𝐿 do it. I knew 𝐊𝐴𝐿 bring you into my mess of a life, with my grandfather the way he is. H.E.S. harsh. And all my past bedmates always vying for my attention. I didn't want you to go through that. So I rejected you. Lousy reason. Fine, oh. He finishes. I smile warmly at him. I close the distance and hug him. He wraps his large hands around my waist. Thank you for looking out for me. I thought you hated me. He chuckles and pulls away. We return to the bags. So why did you do everything else? Like throwing the slushie and being a jerk and all. I ask him, to make you think I was this huge jerk, so you would stay away. He responds, amused with his own actions. I laugh with him. And May, what's her reasoning? I ask and quirk an eyebrow. I slept with her. Accidentally marked her. I was drunk. Again. And then the old beta. Thought she was you. She then took over. But right now, it's obvious she's not the real Luna. Because she's still missing. 𝐊𝐢𝐬𝐬 wouldn't do that. He explains. How much do you drink? It takes strong liquor to make a werewolf drunk. I joke. He laughs. So, do you think everything is connected? The kidnapping with Leah. That guy who thought he was your mate. And May? He questions. I sigh sadly and rest my hands on the bag. I can tell him. He will deal with it. Right. And it would help find May. I grab my phone and open the various messages from unknown. I hand him my phone. It started a few months ago. I don't remember exactly, but I think May has something to do with it. I glance at him warily as I explained, and he read over them, getting madder by each one. Why did I ever bring May into this? She is responsible for it all. All of it. Gosh, I am so stupid. He yells through gritted teeth after throwing my phone on my bed. I stand there awkwardly, not knowing what to do. He suddenly comes to me and leans down to my neck and inhales my scent. It seems to calm him, because he relaxes and pulls away. He smiles sheepishly at me, and blushes slightly. Sorry, when I get mad. You call me in general. He explains shyly. I nod and return to my bag. So, going back a few months, when Emily found out, Angel said something about you telling her. What happened there? I ask him and rest my hand on my hip. That isn't really what happened. I was at a party, and I got drunk. I was so stressed with you being pregnant and all. And Angel forced it out of me. She knew something was up. So I said it. Then she said it. And loads of crap happened after that. I sigh and nod. Okay, another question. I say to him. He chuckles and nods. Go ahead. He confirms. I smile at him. So if you didn't want me around you, why were you so nice to me at times, but mean at other times? I will admit, I did have a huge part in you being mean due to my narrow mind and all. The why, if that makes any sense. I question. He looks at me with a small smile. I was nice to you because I realized that I wanted you to be around for my own selfish needs. But when I tried, you pushed me away. And I knew that was because I hurt you. And I could live with that. But you kept digging into me. So I got mad. But I eventually cooled off because, 1, you can just magically make me calm because you are my rightful mate. And 2, because I knew that everything said was true. Yes, I hurt you a lot. And yes, you hurt me. But I just hope we can fix that. I nod at him. I hope so as well. I respond right before hearing a knock at the door. I turn to see Mom entering with Leah in her arms. I smile at Leah, who is looking around, but her eyes eventually find me, and she whimpers. I thought Cole might want to see Leah before you guys leave. She says and hands Cole to Leah. I nod and smile at Mom. Yup, thanks for bringing her up. I say to her and zip up another bag. My baby is going to New York, she says sadly as she glances around the room. I chuckle into a tight hug. Just for 2 months, Mom. And I'm not leaving for a few hours still. I reassure her before pulling away and smiling softly at her. She smiles at me and kisses my head. He'll let you pack, she says, before heading downstairs. I smile sadly at her retreating figure before turning and finishing packing, zipping up the last one. I look over at Cole with Leah. He smiles at her and lifts her in the air. I laugh. I never thought the day would come when Kay would see Cole doing this, especially considering our history. But that's past now. I need to start looking towards the future, and not the past, especially with Cole. He is Leah's father, and we need to find May and bring her to justice. Even if May is Cole's mate, that still is no excuse for what she has done, tormenting me and Leah. What a wonderful Luna. I sit on the bed. I will only be gone 2 months. I can't miss that much. Cole and the rest of the pack will be searching for May and trying to find a verdict for everything. I have another question. I speak up. Cole glances up from Leah and looks at me. Go ahead. Cole confirms. Who do you think the guy at the cabin was? I shudder just thinking of him. Cole sighs. I think he is someone May hired to stay there. And then brainwashed him into thinking you were his mate to get rid of you and Leah. I don't know how she thought it was going to work. He responds. I nod. Gosh. I hate May. All she has done is torment me and Leah. I say, more to myself than him. He sighs and stands up, Leah wiggling in his arms. He crosses the room and sits next to me. I know. And it will be over soon. I promise. He says right before hearing the front door open and Ashley shouting, Morgan, get that hot little butt down here. We gotta go. I laugh at her, but smile sadly at Cole. It's time, but we can Skype or text or call when Lee is your daughter too. I say to him. He gives me a side hug. No, but I am also gonna worry about you. He says before pulling away and handing me Leah. I get her comfy in my arms and grab her binky before placing it in her mouth. Cole grabs many bags and leaves me with the small backpack and my purse. I smile at his retreating figure and grab both before sparing one last glance at my room and shutting the door. I unzip a purse and grab the lamb from inside, making sure I have it. I nod and shove it back in as I descend the stairs to see Emily and Ashley chatting away on the couch. Em is scheduled to leave tomorrow afternoon, so she just barely had the chance to say goodbye. She smiles brightly at me as I make my way over to them and hug Emily tightly. Gosh, I'm gonna miss you, I say into her red hair. She hugs me back before pulling away and kissing Leah. I'm gonna miss you guys too. Don't do anything too fun without me. We all laugh and Logan brings over Leah's carrier. Mom told me to bring it over. The car is almost packed, so be ready, he says and drops the carrier. I hug him tightly before placing Leah in her carrier and turning to Ashley and them. I hug Em again, properly, and turn to Ash. Ready? I ask her. She nods and grabs her backpack and purse. I grab Leah and the bags before following Ashley outside. With Em and Logan next to me, I enter the dry heat and walk to my car before shoving my purse and backpack inside and buckle Leah in. Right now, I am so glad I got a new car. Ashley and I turn to everyone. I hug Cole, while Ashley hugs Mom and Emily. I'm gonna miss you guys. Please be safe, he says. I pull away slightly and nod at him. I promise. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. I am gonna miss you though, I say sadly and hug him tightly before pulling away and turning to my mom as Cole walks over to the car and plays with Leah. She hugs me tightly. I love you, Morgan. Be safe, please. And call me every night, she says through her tears. I hug her tightly. I will. I love you to Mama. I respond and look at Logan. He smiles sadly and hugs me. I'm gonna miss you, Logan. Be good for Mom and don't get into any trouble. I love you, I say to him. He nods and pulls away. I turn to Emily and hug her again. Have fun in New York. Call me all the time. And don't let Leah get too big, she orders playfully. I laugh and nod, I promise. Now go say goodbye to her. I love you, Emmy, I say sadly to her towards the end. Love you to Morgan, she says and pulls away to go say bye to Leah. I hug everyone once more before Ashley has to drag me away. We get in the car, and I sit in the passenger so I can tend to Leah easier during the drive. And later we will switch off till we get to the hotel tonight, and then tomorrow I am starting the driving. I love you guys, I shout after opening my window and Ashley pulls out of the driveway. And I wave till I can no longer see them. Ashley looks at me out of the corner of her eyes and smiles at me. You'll be fine. Only 2 months, she reassures. I nod and look back at Leah. Even after all this time and all this trouble, I still can't believe she is mine. And to think, it all started with a party and a jerk of a mate. And thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode of the story, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to get notifications for updates.